Well, good afternoon, YouTube. Hey, Rumble. Welcome back to the Bass Piper channel. I hope everybody's doing good. Had a great weekend this past weekend. I'm just back out here in the garage, just kind of chilling here on a cool, probably about a 57, 58 day. I think it's supposed to get up around 59 today for a high. And I'm just chillaxing right now with a Charter Oaks cigar. Can y'all see that? That zooming in right? This is a little Robusto Connecticut shade, and these little Charter Oaks, they're nice cigars for the price point. They're about $5 or so for a stick. But I'm looking forward to starting my pipe series. Hopefully going to start that on Saturday. And Thursday we have Thanksgiving, and then Friday we're getting at my mother-in-law's place where she lives at the clubhouse, and they're going to have, my wife's side of the family is going to have their Thanksgiving on Friday. But me and Miss Bass Piper is probably going to do the Golden Corral this year for our turkey. I haven't been to a Golden Corral in ages, and she said, well, let's do that since nobody's really going to be doing nothing for Thursday. And so we're going to have an untraditional Thanksgiving Friday. I think we're going to have pork, barbecue, and another type of meat, but it's not going to be turkey. So if we want our turkey fix, we'll have to do the Golden Corral this year. Miss Bass Piper ain't going to fool with fixing all the mess this year. So it won't be till probably Saturday. I'm going to start my pipe series, and I'm going to start the Christmas pipes that I have. I'll probably do one once a week. Well, maybe a couple of times a week. All depends on what's going on. But anyway, just want to get on here and say hi, and didn't get on here much last week at all. In fact, I don't think I got on here at all last week. So I didn't want you to think Bass Piper was lying to you that I'd stopped my cigars. I really have. But I wanted to take this one here. This is a brand new one for me in the Robusto. Now, I've had the Charter Oaks in the Toro and the Gordo, but I haven't had one in the Robusto. So this one has just a tad little bit of kicking me with a little bit of pepper, but it's really a lightweight for a cigar, and it's probably mild to medium, somewhere in there, and without looking and having the phone in front of me to be able to look it up. But anyway, I thought I would come out here, and yes, Miss Bass Piper has already started with all the Christmas stuff. Let me see if I can show you guys. See all that sitting over there, and all this stuff all back here, and it's stuff inside. We've got 3 trees up, and it's time right now at the homestead. So we are looking at hopefully having it ready by the December 1st. And she's going slow at it this year. She said at 64 she can go slower. I said, amen, sister. And so at 62 and 64 now, we just do things a little slower and take our time. And so we had to start a little earlier, but it's coming along great, and Miss Bass Piper is doing a good job. She always does a good job at Christmas, and I love Christmas. Any holiday out of the year, Christmas is Bass Piper's holiday. Not only the fact that it celebrates the birth of Christ, but just the season. And I know that Christmas can be a bittersweet time for a lot of people. It can either bring up good memories or bad memories, especially, if you've lost loved ones. And, we lost my mom. This will be the second Christmas. And but as I said before, my sister and I were very blessed to have parents to live as long as they have. And of course, Dad, he's now going on 102. He's working on 102 mark now. He's like the Energizer Bunny. But it's not like losing your parents when you were younger or they were younger. And so I know Christmas can be a sad time for a lot of people. And but for at Base Piper's house, I've always loved Christmas and just putting on the old traditional songs that I grew up with. When you hear the Bing Crosbys and the Dean Martins and the Nat King Coles and Perry Comos and all the guys back in the day, and Burl Ives and all of that. Just brings back, man, all your childhood memories of Christmas. So anyway, that's what we're doing over the last few weeks is trying to get ready for Christmas. I do have a man that's pricing me out, hopefully this spring. If it all works out, hopefully this spring, we are going to be putting on a front porch on our house. And Mrs. Base Piper has always been wanting one. I mean, we've been here now about 25, 26 years, be about 25 years now. And we'll do the math. We moved in '98, and it's now 23, so that's 25 years. And so she's always worn a front porch. So I think we're going to crack down and rob a few banks and see if we can't get a porch priced out. So Base Piper will now be retiring at 92 instead of 67. But anyway, that's the bad part about not being a builder or know nothing about building, and you have to rely on others to build it for you, and especially today. And it's not getting any cheaper, guys. So depending on what it comes in, we might go ahead and pull the trigger and pray that we get the bill paid off. But anyway, she's been wanting that for a mighty long time, and we've just been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I'm adjusting my camera. So I'm leaning that we're going to go ahead and do what we got to do to get that. And so hopefully this spring or this summer I can be shooting some stuff from my new front porch. And instead of here in the garage. But right now, this garage is our porch. We can open up the doors, and even when it's raining, it's just our little porch right here. But anyway, that's some of the things coming down the road. Hopefully, depending on the price tag of things. But nothing is cheap today, as you know it. And so, what used to be 10,000 is now 20 and 30,000. And so we'll just see what happens. Base Piper may have to look at going ahead and get a side hustle along with the church, because I know the church won't be able to pay me what I used to make, and being brand new. And so I may have to supplement some salary doing something part-time or whatever. Over on this side, it's got to be part-time because I got to have time for the church as well, and to go over across the river. When I say river, the James River Bridge. Those of y'all that know where and what the James River Bridge is, for most of the places to work, that's about 25 miles one way to get into anything. Even if I worked retail, even if I went to go work at a little cigar store or something, part-time, or any kind of little retail type thing, part-time. It's not, is the money going to be worth the drive and the gas and the miles on the vehicle? So I have to find something over here if I can. And we'll just start out, I think, after the first of the year, get through the tax season and all that, because that's usually slow for everybody. Because if I get anything right now, it's going to be mainly for Christmas, and they'll be laying you back off in January, most likely. Because a lot of people are doing hiring for Christmas, but it ain't worth getting out there for 4 or 5 weeks, and then you got to go look again. So, and it might not be till the spring before I can look at really doing something. And so we'll see. But anyway, I've got to have the flex hours. I can't work a regular 40 hour a week job right now and try to spend time on the church and grow the church and do the things you have to do during the week sometimes. And so I got to have some flex hours. And I am thinking about, though, I don't know how and what and when all this will take place. I'm hoping after the first of the year. I want to take this garage and I want to put in a nice 4x8 work table. And most of y'all know, if you remember, video back, many videos back, probably about a year and a half or more back, I wanted to get into some leather working and leather crafting. And I got my stuff. In fact, if you see that right over there, there's a box right there, behind that red thing right there. There is a box load of brand new leather crafting tools, basic leather setup. The base piper I got a couple of Christmas ago, and I haven't broke the top on any of it yet. And so, because one thing's led to another, and it's just time, and then fixing up the garage, time gets away, and before long, a couple of years has gone by, and I'm going, man, I was going to start that leather crafting. So I'm going to try my hand at it, guys, and start off on some basic stuff. And I don't think it'll be anything going into a business of anything, mainly because, I got to lean over here and get my ashtray, mainly because leather crafting is a different, what I've looked at, leather crafting is a different animal to try to get a job, a career, but a business going in it. And so, I mean, that could be a good little side hustle. I was thinking about making a few things for pipes, and maybe trying my hand at some wallets and some belts and things of that nature. Nothing that's real big and takes a lot of time, especially when you're having to hand stitch and do everything by hand. You don't have no cheaters. You don't have no machines. But I would like to see about us, or about me, getting maybe a couple of little tools if need be, little machines, if it got picking up a little bit. Maybe something for a die cutter. Or you could buy the dies and then have the press to cut the dies and stuff out. But some of these guys that are in it and have started a job with it, the machinery and everything is, like everything else, can just go sky high, and it's just crazy how much, of course, everything is. And when you get into sewing machines at $4,000 and $5,000 a pop, some of the tooling machines, are just astronomical. $900 for this, $1,700 for that. You want a 4-ton little press, weaver press, about $1,700. I mean, my gosh, you can have $20,000 like that in a setup. And we're not going that route. But now, unless just something takes off and it goes fantastic, I don't see that. But anyway, but you just about have to have that if you're doing bulk stuff, or it'd take you forever and a day to get any product out. But the leather crafting is a different animal. You basically have to work a job and start that as a side hustle and gradually get into something. But I'm just looking at it for a hobby, maybe make a few dollars here or there on something once I get good at what I'm doing. I'm not going to put nothing out there that's junk. But I'm really leaning that way to see if I can get it started, or at least look into it and see if Bass Piper's got the talent and the technique to do the leather crafting. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I'm going to be very cautious. I'm not going to drop a lot of money into a lot of stuff at first, because leather's costly as well, especially the ones that you get that, if you get already tanned and already stained and all of that, it's going to cost you a little more. And of course, you have your different qualities of leather as well. So I'll probably start off on something. As a neighbor just walked by. I got to do my walk today too. I hadn't done my walk, so she's reminding me, you got to get your fat butt out there and walk. So, I will probably go slow at it. Just get some cheaper leather and do some practice runs on stuff. And when I get my stitching down really good, when I get, just kind of know what I'm going to do, I might just specialize for a little while and just make like one or two types of wallets and get real good at that. Or, make a few little pipe holders, the little bands with the ends on it. You turn them around and snap them together, and you can put your pipe in there. Little basic things. And just to start getting into the swing of things and saddle stitching and all that type of thing that you end up doing that makes your stuff look really good. Might get into doing some travel notebook bind covers. They're real easy. It's nothing major about that. Or maybe some journal books, notepads, things like that. So we'll just see how it goes. But anyway, just some things I'm tossing around. And right now with the church, Bass Piper's got more time on his hands and I got more time to think, and that can get you in trouble. And so, anyway, we are leaning that way that we're going to try our hand at it anyway. And probably what I make, I'll probably end up giving it away. But it would be neat to make some Christmas gifts, maybe for next year, or something for the church, or something like that. That could be leather. The little valet trays. You've seen the ones where you got the little buttons on the corners. It's flat. You can fold it up and make a little tray. It's the basic stuff. But when you start getting into, the pocketbooks and the purses and the attaché cases and all of that kind of stuff, you kind of got to know what you're doing there. And but anyway, we're going to see what we got. It's been 18 minutes. I've just been rambling on. But anyway, I just want to get out here and try this Charter Oaks little cigar here, this little Robusto. And I will be starting, hopefully Saturday, the pipe series. And I'm looking forward to doing that and switching over to my pipes now that it's getting colder. And I was thinking about going out tomorrow and cut my grass one more time, at least the front yard, just to spruce it up for the holidays. I might do that, but then again, I see we're at 70% chance of rain, so I may not. I may have to live with what I got this year and keep rolling on. But anyway, you guys take care. And the Bass Piper will talk with you again till we meet again. Relax and have your pipe or your cigar. And don't forget the many blessings God gives us each and every day. We'll talk with you later, guys. Bye-bye.